For this week, I'm going to draw my discussion from chapter 4 of our book, where it talks about the ethical and social issues in information systems. So, when we talk ethics, ethics is not a new word to us, and it is not isolated to information systems alone. Ethics is applies in almost every aspect of life. But when it comes to information system, the most part that has become critical, the most part that consumers complain about is data and privacy. And so, from the book, it talks about the concepts of ethics. It talks about responsibility. Who is responsible? Who's going to be responsible for the choices they make, how they decide to use all this data? Accountability. Who's going to hold this person accountable? Liability. What would the consequence be if there are no decisions that are made that are not ethical? Who's going to be liable for this? And then, is there a due diligence? So regulators are trying to formulate that so that in information systems they have somebody, they can point out somebody to hold accountable, and that will be the responsible back person. And what kind of punishment will they be, and how will that look like? And so, in this article by McKinsey and Company, which was written in 2020, title of the article itself says ethical data usage in the era of digital technology and regulations. And so it's all talking about regulation of the data in this age. And according to the article, there are no clear standards. Most progressed economies have tried to come up with regulations that are surround data and data collection and data privacy and even how people use data. But enforce it to the latter? And so it's been found that even though there are policies in place, is not fine tuned. And so, what does that mean? That means there's seepage in the systems. And that means the customers are now not confident in these companies. So, what happens is the regulators are more focused on the people that are collecting data and the people that are going to be using the data. And so, this could be the bankers. And so when it comes to the ethical area, when they collect the data, when they want to know your age, where you live, where your zip code, how much money you make, what you buy, and all that fun stuff, if they use such kind of data to maybe influence the politics, like currently the political environment here in the US, they can use that data to influence that. And that I don't think will be ethical because they'll be influencing the voters' voice. And so in this article, it says people are more inclined to buy from the people that actually are transparent about why they're collecting the data, how they're using it, and they give you all the information ahead of time. And so for many companies, if you are honest to your customers, and then you will gain a competitive advantage. So, how then will companies be able to align their practices with ethical decisions? And according to this article by McKinsey and Company, there are 4 steps that a company should take to ensure that they actually use there's ethical use of data within the company. And the first step would be to align on company's visions and belief. The second one will be determine the data ownership and risk mitigation. So when you determine who owns the data and if there are any risks when the data is breached, then that helps in making sure that there is actually a process to it. And then the other one is evolve the culture and talent. When the people, especially the leadership in a company, speak the same language, they have the same ethical standards as that align with the company goals, then everybody else that works under them it will be easy. It will become like a company culture. And the other thing is set up a data ethics board, right? The people that will actually keep everyone in check to make sure that things are being done as they said it should be. That is all from me today. Have a good day.